Last time on KJ Noon's Uncaged. Groundwork for the body, a trim for the fans, time at home for the heart. All just pieces of the puzzle that must be completed by June 18th to win the fight of young KJ Noon's career. Against opponent Jorge Masvidal, this widely televised match is what could bring him back within reach of a championship belt. This is the story of a young man out for the oldest form of respect. This is KJ Noon's Uncaged. KJ Noon's Uncaged. Texas, the state where KJ met his best friend and trainer, where he met his love and fiancée, and where he will meet his opponent and last man standing between him and the title shot this Saturday.
You know, I just landed in Dallas right now. It's game time. It's time to get serious and, you know, put it together. Having a fight in Texas is fun, man, you know, because actually I still got my sister there, my mom, my dad. They're down there in Texas, and I have a lot of friends that actually I finished high school up there in Houston, so it's going to be exciting.
Just past midnight in Dallas, the temperature is 108 degrees, adding to the heat that already envelops the last few days until fight night.
I haven't stepped outside. How hot is it? I still got my coat on still, right? It's good.
It was 108 today.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
I swear to God.
I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm just sweating. The thing's 108.
Oh my God.
Not one to let the heat scare him out of the kitchen, though. KJ is now here and ready for battle. Between now and that battle, the attack will come from cameras and microphones.
Well, last week is a lot of tapering down. You know, it's not as hard, the workouts, but it's still super hard because you're, you know, going from, you know, doing press stuff and, you know, doing interviews, and that's exhausting on its own.
I consider him a true fighter at heart, and his style is, you're not going to be looking for KJ, and as a promoter you love that because, you know, he's not going to take you down and just lay on you for 5 rounds and hope that, you know, some submission happens or whatever. So he's got that dog in him, and he's a warrior. He's a modern day warrior.
It's a fun fight because KJ's a great striker. Obviously he's got a great boxing background. Masvidal also a great striker. I think KJ's probably a more technical striker, but both of them like to brawl, and I can see this fight going many places, but I think it's primarily going to stay standing, and I think I am picking KJ. I think a little more well-rounded, better striker. On the ground remains to be seen. You know, he hasn't been tested very much on the ground as of late, especially the Diaz fight didn't go there and some of his other fights before that, but I'm going to pick KJ, and I actually think he has a chance of finishing Masvidal.
We have up here, we have Mr. KJ Noons to my right at the end. Again, he will fight Jorge Masvidal on my left. And the winner of that lightweight matchup will be right in the mix for a shot at our lightweight champion, Mr. Gilbert Melendez. So all these fights are relevant. We're looking forward to great fights. And at this point, we'll open up for questions.
Jorge is one of the better strikers in the Strikeforce lightweight division. What do you think, considering your heavy striking background? What do you think of his boxing?
I think he has a great style. He's you know, he's a very exciting fighter. He knows he picks his shots. You know, it's not a person you can just run in and just start firing shots on. You're gonna have to watch out for his power and his counter abilities. But he's also well-rounded everywhere, you know, on the takedowns and the ground. Just because, you know, somebody just boxes the whole fight doesn't mean you don't know groundwork for wrestling. So we've been training in all aspects. I'm just ready for whatever the fight, however it changes during the match, I'm ready for anything.
Would you agree that you're more of a technical boxer than he is?
You know, when I fight, I like to. I think what makes good fighters is if they're able to change during the fight, not just going out there and just throwing a bunch of punches. So, you know, I'm able to do that during the fight, and I think that's something that's, you know, a key skill in being able to be the best.
While a crossing of paths at the press conference often means a testosterone-filled stare-down, theatrics are spared by two professionals here to finish one job.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be fun. KJ don't come to dry hump. He comes to fight. I come to fight, you know. I'm gonna come out on top and win though, but KJ's a tough dude, you know. He's real durable. He's done 5 rounds, something I never done, so he's definitely got endurance, you know, and just looking to go in there and win, man. Kick his butt, man, every round, every second of every round. Well, I mean, just any two lightweights would see the show, because you just can't compare the speed of lightweights to the speed of heavyweights ever, you know, or the technique, you know. It's just people like seeing the bigger guys. But especially when you got two guys like me and KJ that fight, you know, I'm not going back down, he ain't going back down either, so we're going to see the show. Hopefully they give us a little fight at night bonus.
For no matter the tone of the build-up, a fighter knows that this is the calm before the storm.
You know, I put in all my hard training for 2 months before I showed up here, so all the hard work is done. You know, I'm not really, I'm just almost relieved, not relaxed, that all the hard work is done. I'm more excited for the fight. You like how you like how they ask me questions and I defer it into something else? I never. You like how I don't even answer the question? Huh? Isn't it funny? Like, oh, okay. Wait, he didn't answer my question.
That's good.
Not even the watchful eye of the media during a workout sways focus.
I'm like counting the pounds right now, 55 or 56 this weigh. So yeah, it's tough, man, no matter what. You know, it's funny how the weight fluctuates, you know. I was 200 pounds at Christmas. So, you know what I mean? But not the right 200 pounds, like fat. So I even had to cut weight for the 170 correctly. So it's, you know, it's definitely a science. I think that's one of the hardest parts of being disciplined of the fight, you know?
As one final challenge stands in the way of everything.
You know, it's very important when you sign that contract that you come on weight. It's pretty, you know, if you don't, it's kind of an embarrassment. So you sign something, you better come out and, you know, show you can do it. So tomorrow's a weigh-in. I'm super pumped and I'm ready. And trying to make the fight weight, you know, trying to keep a consistent, good diet in a hotel, you know, not somewhere where, you know, you eat and you sleep every day in your house. So it gets tough and it gets crunch time.
The last ritual before the match. An unsuccessful weigh-in can end the fight before it ever begins, leaving nothing for anyone but a silent loss in vain. After every bit of preparation, this scale will decide if KJ is allowed to be put to the ultimate test. The fight is on. The only weight left to be dealt with now on the shoulders of a fighter out to be champion.
The pressure's always on, man. It's always pressure to perform, to be your best.
And as remaining days turn to remaining hours, the boiling point hits for one remaining moment. A moment of truth in which one fighter's arm will be raised and the others will hang at his side.
Can you perform under the pressure? That separates the difference between good and the best.
With Chemo, Melanie, his friends, his family, and any fan involved ready and counting on him.
Every fight is a championship fight. Every time it's 110%.
KJ must now be ready to live out his own words and count on no one but himself. For no matter how intense the training, how vocal the crowd, or how high the potential risk, when the bell rings and the chain-link door slams, only a lone opponent exists in the cage. And for KJ Noons, the time has come to clench his fists and go to work. This is KJ Noons, Uncaged. KJ Noons, Uncaged. This has been a Ubiquity Broadcasting Corporation production. All rights reserved.